Crypto agility, the key to quantum security. Imagine a world where encryption could fail overnight because of a new vulnerability or get cracked by a quantum computer. In this race against time, post-quantum cryptography, PQC, often grabs the headlines, but there's an equally critical capability that deserves our urgent attention: crypto agility. This isn't just about survival in the quantum era. It's about thriving in a world where threats evolve faster than your infrastructure. Let's dive into this hidden engine of modern security, the silent superpower behind quantum readiness. Crypto agility is more than a buzzword. It's the silent superpower that lets organizations adapt, pivot, and thrive as cryptographic standards change. Think of it like an immune system for encryption, the ability to rapidly update algorithms, rotate keys, and switch systems without causing disruptions. As Martho, Capgemini's cybersecurity visionary, would argue, this adaptability isn't optional. It's a lifeline. Why your security strategy might be missing this. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Most organizations aren't ready. Recent research from Capgemini's Cybersecurity Research Institute reveals some alarming stats. Only 35% of organizations track all cryptographic keys and algorithms systematically. 54% still run on legacy systems incompatible with modern standards. A mere 40% are prepared to handle major vulnerabilities in libraries like OpenSSL. These gaps aren't just technical oversights, they're business risks. As quantum breakthroughs loom closer, the question isn't if your encryption will fail, but when. Building future-proof resilience, crypto agility isn't something you buy off the shelf. It's a cultural mindset. Here's how organizations achieve it. 1. Maintain real-time inventory. Know every algorithm, certificate, and key in use. It's like having a bilingual GPS system for your encrypted assets. 2. Automate key management. Manual processes can't keep up with today's evolving threats. Automated rotation becomes your best defense. 3. Design modular systems. Hard-coded encryption is kryptonite. Build systems that allow plug-and-play updates through CI/CD pipelines. 4. Adopt hybrid cryptography. Test new quantum-resistant algorithms without disrupting current operations. The twist that will spark debate. Here's where things get controversial. Some argue that focusing too much on crypto agility distracts from the immediate need for post-quantum solutions. Others insist it's the only way to future-proof your systems. Ask yourself, are you preparing for the next 24 months or the next 24 years? Why this matters? Beyond quantum, crypto agility's value extends far beyond the quantum threat. Consider recent OpenSSL vulnerabilities that exposed entire ecosystems overnight. With crypto agility, organizations could have patched their systems in hours, not weeks. The human factor you can't ignore. The real hurdle isn't technology. It's people and processes. 67% of organizations struggle with dedicated budgets for crypto transitions. 59% lack the expertise to assess risks. https://www.capgemini.com/research-library post-quantum crypto. This talent gap is both a challenge and an opportunity. Bernd Murer, field CTO at BT Group, observes, most organizations have only done high-level assessments. Full post-quantum readiness remains a draft for many. The strategic advantage you can't miss. Crypto agility bridges the gap between today's encryption and tomorrow's quantum-resistant standards. Early adopters already recognize its value, participating in PQC pilots using hybrid cryptography to test emerging standards without breaking existing systems. So, what's your next move? Crypto agility isn't a checkbox. It's a core business capability. The organizations that embrace it now will likely dominate the post-quantum landscape. They'll adapt quickly to new threats, reduce downtime during critical updates, and build customer trust that's worth millions. The clock is ticking. As quantum computing becomes more accessible, the stakes grow daily. Will your organization be the one that adapts, or the one that gets left behind? The answer lies in building crypto agility today. Want to dive deeper? Download our report, Future Encrypted, Why Post-Quantum Cryptography Tops the Cyber Agenda. https://capgemini.com SEN Insights Research Library Post-Quantum Crypto. Struggling to balance crypto transitions? Reach out to explore cybersecurity solutions. About Marco. Marco is a cybersecurity strategist with 25+ years of experience transforming enterprise security landscapes. His unique blend of technical mastery, masters in computer engineering, and business acumen, MBA, makes him a bridge between tech teams and executive suites. Known as the leading complex IT transformations, Marco champions proactive approaches to threat management, like crypto agility, as foundational principles for digital sovereignty. How government agencies are leading the quantum computing race. AI, cybersecurity industry impact. Imagine a world where the digital systems we rely on, everything from banking to healthcare to national defense, could be cracked like a safe in a heist movie. Sounds like sci-fi, right? But here's the twist. Quantum computing is already knocking on the door, and governments are racing ahead of businesses to prepare. The question isn't if this quantum revolution will happen, but who will be ready when it does. But here's where it gets controversial. While governments are drafting laws and funding quantum-safe solutions, many companies are still treating this as a problem for later. Why the disconnect? Let's break it down. Quantum computing isn't just about faster processors. It's a game changer with the power to solve complex puzzles like drug discovery, climate modeling, and material science. But it's also a double-edged sword. The same technology that could cure diseases could also dismantle the encryption protecting our data. Unlike AI, which creeps into our lives gradually, quantum threats are like a ticking time bomb, predictable, but with a delayed fuse. Governments are finally waking up to this reality. The US passed the Quantum Computing Cybersecurity Preparedness Act, and the UK's National Cybersecurity Centre is pushing for post-quantum encryption standards. These moves are urgent, but here's the part most people miss. The private sector is lagging. While corporations are investing in AI and renewable energy, quantum readiness is still an afterthought for many, and that's a dangerous blind spot. Why does this matter? Picture a supply chain where one link, say a logistics provider or a cloud service, is unprepared. That weak spot could bring down entire industries. Governments can't force companies to act, but they can set the rules. For example, Australia's ASIC could integrate quantum risk guidance into its director training, ensuring boardrooms treat this as a board-level priority. It's not about over-regulation. It's about aligning corporate responsibility with national security. And this is the part most people still miss. Quantum threats aren't just technical, they're existential. A single breach could erode trust in digital systems faster than a financial crash. Yet many businesses are still debating whether to act. Should they wait for a crisis or lead the charge now? At Senates, we're seeing the demand surge for quantum-resistant solutions across Asia, the Middle East, and Eastern Europe. It's a sign of growing awareness, but also a warning. The window for proactive action is closing. So here's the challenge. Will companies treat quantum preparedness as a strategic imperative, or wait until it's too late? And if governments push too hard, are they stifling innovation or protecting it? We'd love to hear your take. What's your stance on balancing urgency with caution in this quantum race? Quantum computing, cybersecurity, a conversation with Rebecca Krauthamer. The Quantum Economy Podcast, Cybersecurity as a Human Mission with Rebecca Krauthamer and Anders Inset. Imagine a world where the systems we rely on daily, banking, healthcare, communication, are suddenly vulnerable to attacks that no traditional defense can stop. This isn't science fiction. It's the reality we face as quantum computing ushers in a new era of digital threats. In episode 2 of the Quantum Economy podcast, Host Anders Inset dives deep into this critical issue with Rebecca Krauthamer, CEO and co-founder of QuickSecure, to explore how quantum technologies are reshaping cybersecurity and what it means for humanity. Krauthamer and Inset tackle the growing urgency around post-quantum cryptography, PQC, a field that is rapidly becoming a focal point for governments, businesses, and individuals alike. The conversation unpacks how quantum computing doesn't just promise faster computations, but also poses existential risks to encryption standards that safeguard our digital lives. As quantum capabilities grow, so does the race to develop cryptographic solutions capable of withstanding quantum-powered attacks. But here's where it gets controversial. Krauthamer argues that cybersecurity shouldn't just be about protection. It must become a mission for humanity. She calls for ethical, values-driven approaches to building trust and resilience in digital systems. Instead of viewing PQC as merely a reactive measure, she advocates for integrating cybersecurity into the very fabric of technological development. This means designing systems that are not only secure, but also ethical, scalable, and aligned with human values. The discussion highlights how quantum threats are pushing both public and private sectors to rethink their digital infrastructure. Governments are scrambling to secure critical systems like power grids and financial networks, while businesses are grappling with how to protect sensitive data from adversarial actors in a quantum-enabled future. Krauthamer emphasizes that the stakes go beyond individual organizations. They affect society as a whole. Trust, she argues, is the foundational layer of any digital infrastructure, and without it, the interconnected world we've built could crumble. Leadership in the quantum era is another key theme explored in the episode. Krauthamer shares her insights on navigating exponential change in a field that is as dynamic technologically as it is geopolitically and commercially. Her perspective underscores the importance of long-term thinking in tech entrepreneurship, urging innovators to balance ambition with responsibility. Responsible innovation isn't just a buzzword, it's a necessity in an age where the decisions we make today will shape the security landscape of tomorrow. Throughout the episode, listeners gain valuable insights into several pressing topics. The accelerating urgency around post-quantum cryptography, and why it matters now more than ever. How quantum readiness is transforming cybersecurity priorities across industries. The role of trust as a cornerstone of resilient digital ecosystems. What cybersecurity for humanity truly means in practice, and why it's a call to action. Lessons in leadership from pioneers navigating the fast-paced world of quantum technology. And this is the part most people miss. While quantum computing holds immense promise, its potential misuse could have catastrophic consequences. This raises the question, how do we ensure that the benefits of quantum technologies outweigh the risks? Should regulation play a larger role, or should the industry self-regulate? These are questions that demand thoughtful answers, and Krauthamer's insights offer a compelling starting point for the conversation. Ready to dive deeper? You can listen to this thought-provoking episode on all major platforms. Spotify, listen here, https, open Spotify.com, episode 1 Lu KVI, H67U, SIYAA, Apple Podcasts, applepodcasts.com/episode/The Quantum Economy Podcast /ID 1007221M. New episodes of the Quantum Economy Podcast will continue to explore the intersection of quantum technologies and human responsibility, offering fresh perspectives on design, governance, and value creation. About the host, Anders Inset, a Norwegian-born business thinker and investor, brings a unique blend of philosophy and technology to the table. Known for his work in bridging the gap between abstract ideas and practical applications. Inset is the author of The Quantum Economy, which examines how principles like uncertainty and entanglement can guide institutions through complexity and rapid change. His framework, Triangular Alchemy, offers a blueprint for leadership in exponential times, balancing innovation, efficiency, and investment through anticipatory governance. His latest book, The Singularity Paradox, Bridging the Gap Between Humanity and AI, is available now on Amazon. This podcast isn't just another tech talk, it's a curated forum for meaningful dialogue. By integrating real-time insights from global practitioners, it invites listeners to engage with the broader implications of technological transformation. So, where do you stand on the future of quantum cybersecurity? Share your thoughts in the comments below.